Down in the waves, she screams again. Roar at the door, my mind can't take much more. I could never drown it. They wanna get mine. They wanna get my gold on the ceiling. It's alright, it's just a matter of time before you're stealing. It's alright, there ain't no God in my hand. Clouds covered love, barbed wire snare, straw. Hey, howdy, hey folks, how's it going? I'm Dustin Cormier, and welcome to How to Rock a Campfire. Got another fun acoustified electric song for yous. This is Gold on the Ceiling by Black Keys. I usually do my hippy dippy sort of old retro stuff, but I've been trying to do newer modern songs. I'd love to know your guys' opinion on that, and let me know what you think of this tune. I wanted to say one of the big themes of my tune skis lately is that music is not as rigid as a lot of people think. A song like this, for example, it's very electric, you know, but it's doable on an acoustic guitar if you know, I mean, like, you know, I just did that cover of Tame Impala's, you know, Feels Like We Only Go Backwards. Metric did a cover of it, because what they did there is they played that song that almost seems unacoustifiable on an acoustic guitar in their own way, because you are the master of your music. This music is for you, and it's not for anybody else, you know, because the best, you know, a flower blooms from within its own heart, and music is the same way, you know. People don't come to see you to hear like a jukebox, you know. You don't have to impress people with a song like this just by having a guitar and an amp wherever you go. All you need is an acoustic guitar and the willingness to kind of blend within the girders of the musical structure of the ideal musical structure of the song. You don't have to play it perfectly exactly the way they do it. Although there are some times where you don't want to miss any important parts of the song and make it like a different song. You know, it's more like the same song but with like a new face, different style, different skin. Your skin, whatever you want to do with those basic bones of the song. And this song is a good example of that. So this is Gold on the Ceiling, like I said. Anyway, I'm just going to get right into it, right? We start off with that cool little riff right at the start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the riff right there. What I'm kind of doing is I'm just doing like, it's almost like a bar chord, but just with your first finger and your third finger, right? What you do is you start off with your first finger on the 3rd fret, and you hit it and you slide it up to the 5th fret. And it counts as one note. That little slide just make it sound like crisp like that, right? And then the lower riff is just the same thing, right? Start on the C and you drag it up to the drag it up to the D, and then you hit the 3rd finger and then 1st finger again, and then 1st finger, 3rd finger, 1st finger, and then 4th finger and 3rd finger, right? And then you go B flat, right? And you do basically the same thing. Except what he does is goes low, high, low, low. That low note is sliding up to the C. Low, high, low, low, high, low. And then you hit both the first finger and third finger at the same time before you hit the high G. Down, 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 down. So it's like low, high, low, low, high, low, low, and a high at the same time, and then the G. Down, down. So I'm going to show you guys that whole thing just so you can kind of see it slowed down. Down, 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 right? Right, and so that's that little riff, and then we get into the actual song. So what I usually do is they usually, well, I guess right at the start they don't do that funky riff that they do. It's just basically G, G, G. What I do is I'll do a G chord. It's basically like a barred G chord, and at the start he kind of does that. So what I'm doing there is I'm doing my G, and I use my pinky to accent that C note, right? It's basically like sort of like a C chord like this, except I'm just using my pinky to get those notes without trying not to hit that high A. And with the G chord, you know, like the face is all the notes in a G chord, so you can just hit your pinky there and then release them to go back to that G chord. G, 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 C, G, 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 C, G, 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 C, G, down in the waves, she screams again, roar at the door, my mind can't take much more. Yeah, it's like F, F, C, C, F, G, right? They wanna get my gold on the ceiling. It's alright, it's just a matter of time for your stealing. I don't mind, there ain't no God in my house. So what I try to do is, like, on that little solo part, I try to do a little bit of something. If there's a lot of people, I'll just, you know, and I'll just do it with my voice, just because, like, everyone's like, okay, I get it, right on. Because once again, it's an electric song that we've tried to acoustify, right? But when I'm just kind of with a few folks and not really trying to blast it to a campfire, I'll just do a little bit of G minor pentatonic scale in between that little riff. Is that alright? Ain't no, it's alright. Ain't no out in my house. Kind of imply the G minor pentatonic in between the chords, what's essentially the chords. So blah blah blah, it's alright, there ain't no God in my house, and then the chords are the same for that little solo part. Then the second verse. Clouds covered lows, a barbed wire snare, strung up, strung out, I just can't go without. I could never drown in F, F, C, G, G, F, G, F, F, C, C, G. They wanna get mine. know, that's the whole song right there. And then right at the end, you know, they just basically do that that little riff again, and then it just comes right back into the chorus again. They wanna get my gold on the ceiling. And then at the very end, there ain't no guard in my house. It does it again. There ain't. It's alright. There ain't no guard in my gold on the ceiling. You'll see what I mean. And then right at the very, very end, they basically do that thing again, where it's like. I just basically do it 4 times and then usually just kind of fade out or whatever I feel like doing, right? Yeah. So, yeah, the song's not as difficult as it looks or as it sounds. I mean, it's just pretty basic. It's a 3-chord song, right? But it's the way, it's the syncopation, it's the feel that makes it spicy. So we got the whole thing laid out there. Now I'm going to show you guys me playing a cover of this song. This is Gold on the Ceiling by the Black Keys, played by yours truly. And let me know what you think. Down in the waves, she screams again. It's alright, it's just a matter of time before you're stealing. It's alright, there ain't no God in my house. Clouds covered love, strung up, strung out. I just can't live without. I could never drown in. They wanna get mine. They wanna get my gold on the ceiling. It's alright, it's just a matter of time before you're stealing. It's alright, there ain't no God in my house. Get mine. They wanna get my gold on the ceiling. It's alright, it's just a matter of time before you're stealing. It's alright, there ain't no God in my gold on the ceiling. It's alright, it's just a matter of time before you're stealing. It's alright, there ain't no God in my house. Woo! Dang, that tough one. Such a weird song to acoustify. But, you know, that's how we do here on How to Rock a Campfire. Filling you guys in on these new tune skis, old tune skis, and yeah, I love the idea of acoustifying something, you know, because you can really make a song your own, and it really impresses people because it's all, I mean, I don't know, it's not like you wrote it, but it just shows some originality, you know? A lot of people think that they just want to be a jukebox for people, you know, like you press the button and like this person with this guitar just starts turning some gears and oh, here's the song just like you heard it on the album, you know? Gee, is there anybody really in there? Do it for you, folks, because it comes from the heart, and that is the most special thing in music. This music is for us. The gear work is meant to be used by us, and we are not meant to be used by the gear work. Anyway, that's my rant for the day. Yeah. Let me know what you thought of that tune, and let me know what you think of the song choices I've been trying to pick lately. Trying to mix it up and do something new and fresh. And I'd love to know what you guys think. Comment, and yeah. That'll do. Send me a comment and let me know what you think. Lots of love, folks. Mwah. Take care. Hey folks, just a reminder to check out my other channel, How to Rock Spirit, where I talk about everything under the sun, from astrology to mysticism to psychedelic yoga to practical materialism and philosophy too. Hope to see you there. Namaste.